victims feel justice with the death penalty varies from people to people. There are numerous cases that prove so, such as the case of Bai Xiaoyan and the case of the murder in Tangmulong. Take the dreadful case of Bai Xiaoyan as an example. Relatives of there are 17 victims in this case. In the series of murders stated previously in interviews that only the execution of the murderer will ease the pain in them. So the negative firmly believes that the views of the victim's family regarding the death penalty do matter, and with the current jury system, the victim's family's thoughts and feelings do make many in the court. However, we argue that abolishing death penalty will only let those families that see execution of the murderer really be deprived of their last bit of hope. As minor repairs, the affirmative failed to prove the affirmative failed to prove the heresy of their contentions and the solvency of their plan. The negative argues that the need of minor repairs, including judicial and law reformation of the Taiwanese government, is the cause of current systems. Also, the affirmative plan simply neglects bigger harm that will cause in their plan. Okay, thank you.
Second affirmative, cross-examine, second negative. 2 minutes.
Our first question. Life sentence is inhumane, but it still reaches the purpose of punishment, doesn't it?
Yes.
Do you agree that the life sentence can not only reach the purpose of punishment, but protect the life of others?
Could you, it do in some cases, but it does not appeal to every case.
Thank you. Culture is changing gradually. Do you agree that the culture in Taiwan is inclined to abolishing the death penalty?
No.
And do you have any evidence to prove it?
We have seen polls that indicates that civils in Taiwan are much more for the death penalty.
Right, thank you. Where did you get the poll from?
From the Minister of can I get the evidence cards? So we have evidence cards, and you can read it afterwards.
Thank you. Do you concede that the definition of death penalty is killing?
No.
Based on the human rights, do you claim that the government can kill a person?
Yes, in some cases.
Do you have any evidence?
We have, in our first negative speech, we have mentioned the theory of Kant, and we believe that this basically explains everything.
Do you agree that everyone has human rights?
Yes.
The convicts have human rights as well, do you agree or not?
Yes.
If so, do you concede that the government can deprive their human rights?
We believe that life as well as freedom are basic human rights, so depriving life and depriving freedom are.
Do you agree that the death penalty can't revive the victims?
Could you rephrase your question?
Do you agree that the death penalty can't revive the victims?
No. That's why I have stated in my speech.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sorry. In my speech.
Do you agree under specific conditions criminals can? Thank you.
5 minute preparation.
of Justice in 2012, about 74 of the people agree with the existence of death penalty, while 4.3 are against and about 21 with no opinion on this. From the data, we could see that most of the people believe that death penalty should not be abolished and see it as one of the important laws to maintain the order of the society and public opinion in the basis of legislation. As we had mentioned, according to the Article 5 of the Crime Victim Protection Act, family of victims do receive compensation. Besides, in our previous speech, we had indicated that death penalty is the only way to ease their pain. Next, it is truly unreasonable to imprisoning criminals deprives liberty. In the meantime, it can also expropriate one's life after being jailed for the whole lifetime. The negative would like to warn the houses that imprisoning criminals won't work for creating a balance on human rights. Instead, it is only an alternative way to deprive their lives. Since several factors affect crime rate, it is inaccurate to say that it is useless to deter crime rates. Also, the affirmative are aware of the negative influences the cost in their plan will bring to the society. However, they fail to come up with the solution of it. What's more, the affirmative plan simply neglects the bigger harm that will cause in their plan. As what is proved in our first affirmative speech, death penalty enhance justice and stability of our society in accordance of Kant's theory. We would like to again emphasize that the condition now is acceptable and capital punishment should maintain existing. Abolishing death penalty causes more problems and the disadvantages far exceed the benefits it brings. In conclusion, the negative believes that capital punishment shouldn't be abolished with minor adjustment on judicial system. Thank you.
Affirmative rebuttal speech, 3 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for the last time from today's proposition. It is my pleasure to summarize this debate. Now let's recap what both sides have talked about. First, the opposition speaker has told us that the government has the legitimacy to deprive of criminals' life. However, according to human rights, nothing is allowed to deprive people of lives. Even if the criminal has killed anyone, the government has no power to execute them. Second, life sentence can punish criminals more indeed than death penalty. According to Craig Henry's research in 2015, the privation of their freedom is more excruciating. Life sentence will give more torment to criminals and make them responsible for their offenses. Third, the opposition claimed that death penalty can console victims' family at the lowest limit. However, this argument just makes revenge reasonable. Death penalty cannot bring any concrete help to them. Our plan that providing the counseling and the improvement of mentality will come to that specifically. Fourth, death penalty has no deterrence. The negative mentioned that the death sentence is not the only reason to crime rate. So does the death penalty really have adequate deterrence? The opposition claims that to deter those who might commit heinous crimes, death penalty is necessary. However, violence with violence should not exist. Our opponents have to face the fact that death penalty cannot decrease crime. Fifth, death penalty costs far more expensive than life sentence. Abolishing death penalty can retrench costs and then apply to other parts such as social welfare. Sixth, our plan that having a specific mental care therapy system to the rehabilitations will reduce the recidivism rate and protect their human rights. That is what the opposition can achieve. For all of these points, we firmly believe that abolishing death penalty will do more benefits to our country. What death penalty brings are just short-term punishment and unnecessary expenses. It can neither bring concrete help to a victim's family nor decrease crime. Life sentence will protect criminals' human rights and punish them more indeed. Furthermore, our plan can reduce the recidivism rate, compensate the victim's family specifically, and also confront our value that life of each human being is important, no matter for loss of convict in the death row or loss of the victims and their family. Based on these reasons, we strongly support the Taiwanese government to abolish the death penalty. Thank you.
That's the end of this debate. In 5 minutes, we will have the judges give us comments about those things performance. Now, please wait outside. Thank you.